So, I have a love-hate relationship with these video games based on kids' shows. I played both of the My Little Pony G5 outright games video games that I made a whole video on if you want to see. I had a very positive experience with those games. I really liked them even if they did have some issues. I played the first Miraculous Ladybug video game made by Game Mill, and that was terrible, and now there's a new one that I feel like I have to play it at some point, but I'm gonna wait till it goes on sale. But now we have a Monster High G3 video game that's also made by Outright Games, the same company that made the My Little Pony games. Now, Monster High video games isn't actually anything new. There were several video games for the first generation of Monster High. I believe there was about 4 console release games, and then there were plenty of like apps and web games and stuff. I've never played any of these games, but I really feel like I need to now. That is gonna become a goal. I just don't have the consoles for a lot of these. But as a big fan of Generation 3 of Monster High, I was really excited to see this game come out, and I had a feeling it would because it seems like most kids shows that are like even just somewhat popular get a video game by Outright Games. So I had a feeling this would happen, especially if they're like a toy series and a show. They tend to get a video game. Monster High Skulltimate Secrets, the video game, not to be confused with the doll line Skulltimate Secrets, was released near Halloween by Outright Games on all consoles. When I saw it was made by Outright Games, I was very relieved, just because could you imagine if this was made by Game Mill? This would be probably the worst game ever. But I had actually a lot of hope seeing it was made by Outright Games. I know what to expect after playing the My Little Pony games, and I know that at least for the My Little Pony games, that they put a lot of effort into making the world, making the game fun. The controls were nice, the models were really nice, so I was just really glad that it's made by Outright Games. Now, Outright Games is no means like an amazing video game company. They make very simple, short games made for kids, and they charge insane prices for them because they know that some parent is gonna buy this for their kid. And to be honest, I wasn't planning on buying the game straight away just because of the insane price point. 70 New Zealand dollars on PS5 and 80 New Zealand dollars on Nintendo Switch. That's crazy, man. But I got really bored and really wanted a new game to play, so I got up my PS5, and I knew I was gonna make a video about this, so that kind of gave me a reason to buy it. Not that I'll probably make that money back, but I don't know, maybe I will if you guys watch this video. So let's play this game and see if it's any good. So this game starts off with making your own Monster High character, which I love. I love any kind of character customization, but it's especially fun for a universe like Monster High where all the characters are very unique. Now, I've already made my Monster High Sona a while ago, so I wanted my character to be similar to this. She is a green sea monster. But first I had to, of course, have a look at the other options. There is Simulacrum, which I didn't know was the word for like Frankenstein type monsters. I'm sure they just call them Franken monsters in Monster High universe, but I guess simulacrum is the right word for it. Probably also less copyright issues with that word. And then there's mummy, vampire, sea monster, werewolf, werecat, and gorgon. I like these options. There's a lot of different like choices here, which is really cool, but there is a lot of like color options lacking in like the skin tones and stuff. Each monster type has a different set of skin tones, and there isn't much choices, which I found really odd. Like, if you want to be a vampire, you can only be like pink, purple, and grey. I find that very strange. Because at least in G1, vampires have always had like all kinds of skin tones, so I'm kind of confused about that. You can't even be like a brown werewolf like Claudine. Like, I found that really weird. I think there was a missed opportunity to have a full color wheel. I feel like it wouldn't have been that much more difficult to add that, but I don't know. But I did really enjoy creating my character. I liked the options for the sea monster. I just love sea monster characters, and I really liked how my character looked. And I really want to draw my Monster High Sona looking like this character. The hairstyles are quite limited too, but you do unlock more as you go. And same thing with clothes. There are just limited options at the start, but you do unlock more clothes in the game. So you open up as a new monster in Monster High. You collect these coins throughout the game, which I made the effort of collecting almost all of them, just for that to really be for nothing, but I guess it's fun to just collect them. It's satisfying. Draculaura greets us and shows us the small obstacle course you use as a control tutorial to get our eye coffin that's like on the top for some reason. So we just kind of get the hang of controls using this obstacle course, and we get our eye coffin. I think it's super cute detail that they added the eye coffin in the game. Like, actually having an eye coffin like they do in the show is just really cool because it is a big part of like Monster High, and basically the eye coffin is used as is like a settings thing. You can access your map or your character if you want to change your outfit, or the fear book, which I honestly forgot about, and like settings and stuff like that. It's really cute. And also, I realized later when I made another save in this game that your phone case will be different depending on what monster type you choose, which is so cool. It's simple detail, but I love it. I love those kind of things. Every time you complete a quest, you get some coins and a clothing piece. Dracula wants to introduce us to her friends, so I've walked around the outside of the school a bit. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty accurate to the show. There's lots of like NPCs kind of walking around. They kind of look like that they have been randomly generated from the character customization, but that's okay. So we get to meet the crew. We get to meet Claudine and Frankie. I love you, Frankie. Okay, I just want to say I absolutely love these little animated clips that they have throughout the game that actually like put your character in the clips too. Like, I love that. Did not expect that. It's just so cute seeing your own character like with the other characters. I think kids would absolutely love that, and I love it as an adult. They really do a good job at making it feel like that your character's actually in Monster High, which I really liked. Even a lot of the background characters talk to as well, and some of them will give you quests. Oh, but the voice actors for the characters are different than the show. I mean, I think all of them are. Some of them sound pretty similar, but some of them sound really different.
How many jars are missing?
There should be 4 jars. When you find them, bring them straight to me.
And some of the voice acting for the NPCs, like background NPCs, is a little odd.
This was the last place I remember seeing it.
Sure. Monster High is one of a kind. Nourishing the body and...
But, I mean, at least they have voice acting, because I would not be reading any of this. Although I did skip most of the dialogue too, because there's kind of a lot of it. There are a lot of things to collect in this game too, like little Claudine, Frankie, and Dracula charms. Once you have enough of them, they can be used to unlock certain doors, which is a really cute feature. Even though those doors are usually, like, there's nothing in there, like it's just some coins. Maybe a chest with some clothes in it if you're lucky, but I don't know. Usually it was very disappointing when you would finally unlock that door and there'd be like nothing in there. And there's like a broom closet or something. You also collect pages for the fear book, which, like I said, I totally forgot about the fear book. I was collecting the pages, but I kind of forgot it was a thing. But basically it just shows you like info about the characters in different areas of Monster High. And then we get introduced to most of the gameplay, which is these hidden rooms around the map. There'll be these glowing skeletts around, and once you click on them, it'll open a secret door. Inside is a hidden little obstacle course room. Now, some of these rooms you do have to do to complete the story, but there's also rooms that aren't part of the story. For the story side, you receive these keys which give you different abilities based on the monsters, which is really cool. The first one we get is the Frankenmonster key, which gives us this like electric double jump, and we have to complete this level to get to the orb at the end. These levels are actually quite fun, and they start off easy, but they actually do get challenging later on. Next we get the Sea Monster key, which gives us this dash ability, and just so you know, all the other keys are the same abilities, it's just a different animation, and also you use those abilities to unlock some areas. I really like these challenge levels though, especially when they start getting more challenging. There's also garbage goblins you have to avoid that are like evil and try to eat you. You can use dash to knock them over sometimes, but it doesn't work a lot of the time, so I keep getting eaten by them. It was a little bit frustrating. It's easier just to run away from them than trying to like dash them. So we get to the next orb and we discuss with our gang that there are strange orbs of energy around the school causing mayhem in Monster High, which is making things float around and stuff, which honestly seems kind of normal for Monster High, but I guess it's not. We meet with Principal Bloodgood, who tells us that the school's energy has become unbalanced. So Monster High, in case you don't know, in this universe is kind of sentient. The school's actually like sentient, so it can feel when something's like wrong, like the magic or whatever. Bloodgood tells us that every few generations, Monster High chooses a group of students to help restore the balance in the school, which is us this time. We have to find all the keys to unlock the door in the catacombs so we can restore balance, and interact with all the energy orbs on the way to help Monster High. So that's really the story of the game, is getting these keys, getting these orbs, and restoring magic. That's like the whole story. There isn't really much of a story in this game, which is fine. I kind of prefer when there's like a villain personally in the story, but it's kind of a chill story. You don't have to think too much about it, I guess, you know. That's not necessarily a bad thing. But like, you do see them in the show a lot of the time like fighting something, which we don't get to do in this game, which is kind of sad. We have all these cool monster abilities, but all they can do is jump and dash, but that's okay. It's a fun, simple storyline. Like, I still like it. The game felt like really chill, and even like my sister was watching me play it and she was just like kind of just enjoying watching me play it. I'm not gonna lie, I got lost a lot in this game. The school and the outside of the school is really big. There are several levels to the school, like there's the catacombs, the first floor of the school, the second floor, and then there's even a third one, right? And then there's like the outside of the school. There's a lot. I mean, that's good because the school does feel really big in the show, so it makes sense, but like I got lost a lot. There's so many doors to go through and you don't know which one you're at until you've gone through the door, so you just have to keep like leaving and then going through a different one. The map does help, but it's just really annoying to like select the map and look at it constantly. And sometimes like even when you're using the map, it's really hard to find specific doors to the room you're trying to find. Like you have to run around trying to find the door to it. There is a button on your controller you can press like R1 that is supposed to show you a path of what way to go, but it doesn't work. I don't know, like it never worked for me. It would show me like where the thing I needed to go was, but it wouldn't show me how to get there, you know what I mean? So I don't know what that was about. Maybe it's just broken. Now, the biggest downside for me personally in this game is the lack of characters in the game. We get, of course, Frankie, Claudine, and Drac, but there is so many other characters in Monster High there could be in here. We do get Cleo and Deuce and Laguna as well, but they're just kind of like in one room. They do give us a quest, like for Cleo wants us to help her find her jars of organs, Deuce wants us to help him find his swimming gear, and Laguna wants us to find supplies to help fix her toy Senor Squeaky. Also, I also didn't notice Laguna was in the game, so I'm really annoyed at myself. I didn't think she was in the game until the last cutscene, but then I watched some of the gameplay for this video and realized that person found her and I didn't find her. I missed her. I'm so annoyed. How did I miss her? But yeah, she is in the game. She does give you a quest. I just missed it. So next we get the Werewolf Key, which gives you another double jump ability. Mummy Key and Gorgon Key also give us the dash ability. The Gorgon dash ability is my favorite because I just really like the animation. And the last key that I got was the Vampire Key, which gives us the cutest bat-winged double jump. So yeah, the abilities are all the same, but I like them. I like that despite what monster type we choose, we get a taste of every monster type with these little abilities. These secret rooms start getting harder and harder, and I was genuinely surprised at how hard some of these were. Now, it's not super hard, but I did find some of them like actually challenging because you do get moving platforms and disappearing platforms that are like timed and stuff, so you have to actually get to the right ones in time, and platforms that will like spin around and stuff. So it actually gets like surprisingly challenging for a kids game. I feel like they definitely aimed this game more at like teens rather than like super young kids, which was nice because I feel like Monster High's audience is more teens than super young kids. I don't know, that's how I think of it as. Because yeah, these timing ones like get really hard and the garbage goblins keep chasing you, but it's good. I like it. I like these harder ones a lot actually because it requires just like more thinking, which I don't mind that these kids games don't usually require much thinking, but when they do require some thinking, yeah, that also makes it more fun. I like easy games as long as they're fun. I'm not someone who wants to play like Dark Souls or anything. Not really my thing. I don't want to be like stressed out and struggling. I like easy games sometimes. It's nice to like wind down with an easy game, you know? So once we get all the keys, we go to the catacombs to unlock the last hidden door, which is definitely the most challenging level. You have to find these buttons to unlock the path to move on in the level. The timing platforms get so difficult here because the timing like changes. Like you get used to a certain time and then it changed. I don't know how to explain it, but like they do actually get a bit hard here and I died quite a few times. But they are really fun. I really like these levels. I honestly wish there was more of them to do, but there honestly isn't that much. We finish the level, we get the last orb, and then that's it. We get a little cutscene and then credits roll. It actually took me by surprise because it just happened so fast. I thought we were gonna get something at the end, but we just got the short scene and then the credits came on. Yeah, I found the ending of the story very underwhelming, but it was cute, I guess. I like that ending cutscene. It's really cute. There are still other challenges to do in the game when you finish the story if you haven't finished all the other quests. But when you go back, it doesn't save that you finished the last mission, which is a bit annoying. I also didn't realize there was a store in this game until after I finished the game. So at least there is something to use your coins on, but there honestly isn't that much to buy. There are more hairstyles, but most of them are like 3 different versions of the exact same hairstyle. And we do get Drac and Frankie's hair, but not Claudine's. I don't like that. There are a lot of NPCs around. They'll ask you to do quests for them, and I did a few of them, but honestly, they get pretty boring. It's basically just going back and forth, and you don't even get much from the quests. You get coins, maybe a clothing item, but honestly, the clothing items aren't that good. Like, when you do get a good one, sometimes you'll get it in the most, like, random color scheme. I wish we had more, like, ability to change the colors of these things, because the colors are really weird, but some of them look really good. Like, I wish we could just play around with those colors and make our own fashions. I think that would be so good. I could spend ages doing that. Oh yeah, there are teleporters around the map, which is a blessing. I would probably hate this game if they didn't have teleporters in it. Since this map is so big, having teleporters is so helpful. It's really easy to do too. You can just like go on the map and click on one of the teleporters to teleport to. I still keep getting lost though, despite that, because I couldn't figure out how to get into certain areas, and I'm pretty sure despite playing this game for 5 hours, I still missed some rooms because I was missing a few coins. But overall, I like this game. Just from playing 3 of Outright games, I do feel they do a really good job at creating the show's universe in a game. It really does feel like you're in Monster High. Even if I keep getting lost, it's probably accurate, right? There's the catacombs you can explore and the school gardens. They've got libraries, the creepateria, the swimming pool, even an outdoor lake thing that you can drown in, and even the coffin bean. These look really good. I do feel like the classrooms feel a bit empty though. Like, you do see a lot of repeats of the exact same things, like the exact same pictures on the walls and the same stuff in the classrooms. I feel like there maybe should be more students walking around, especially characters from the show. Also, the background music in this game is really good. Sometimes I got sick of it when it kept repeating the same song over and over again, and a couple times it would play 2 songs at once, which didn't sound good at all. A lot of the music was actually really good. I really liked it. Especially this one that seemed to be based on the Coming Out of the Dark song from the Monster High movie. That is definitely that song, right? It sounds so good. I love it. The character models look really good in this game. I love the character customization. I do wish there were more options like, you know, color-wise, clothing-wise, and hair-wise. I even made another save just so I could play around with a different monster type. I tried the Werecat, which was fun. It also made me realize that the different monster types do different idle emotes. Like when you don't touch the controller for a while, they do these little emotes. Those little details are so cool. They did not have to do that. The game itself is short. It probably takes about 3 hours to finish the story. But since I tried doing most of the quests and really explored the map, I played for about 5 hours. It's definitely not worth the price point like most Outright games. They're definitely way better games you can get for 70 New Zealand dollars that you can play for a lot longer than 5 hours. I mean, there's even free games you can get that are a lot better and you can play for longer. But if you're a big G3 Monster High fan like me, then I think you'll like the game, but probably not paying full price for it. Now, I was kind of surprised that I really liked this game. Like, I knew that I liked the My Little Pony Outright games, but, you know, part of me was still like, it is Outright games, you know? They do just make, you know, simple kids games that are short and easy just because it's easy money, but it really does seem like that there are people on the team that actually care about making like a cute game that's show accurate, which I think is nice. I appreciate that. I just feel like their games are way too expensive, and that's the biggest downside, is like they're too expensive, but they do tend to go on sale pretty quick. I'm just impatient and I probably shouldn't have spent that on it, but I liked it. I had fun. I would love to hear your thoughts if you guys have played this game, or if you've played any of the old Monster High games, because I really want to try them now. Let me know if you guys like this video. I really like doing these videos. If you want to check out my My Little Pony game video, my Miraculous game video, please feel free to check them out. If you want me to play the new Miraculous game, let me know. I don't really want to though. Okay, if it goes on sale for like $10, then I'll play it. But yeah, I'm definitely not paying full price for that game after my experience with the first Miraculous game. I can't believe there's another one. I hope they make another Monster High game. Thanks so much for watching this video, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!